Hey y'all, I promise I'm not naked. I've got on a sundress. I am on my way to get a proper self tan. I had all these plans for today. I had my day mapped out. I have the day off for a federal holiday, and I had the day properly mapped out. I was going to do the chores I needed to do in the morning, and then I was going to do a get ready with me video and get some crazy makeup on and chat with you all about a bunch of stuff that's been on my mind. And then I was going to film some videos for the other channel, a few fragrance videos. And I thought, you know, I'm in summer and I am incredibly pale, as you can tell. I'm almost like blue pale. Most of my foundations are warm or neutral. I don't have many foundations that are cool toned, and my face right now is pretty cool toned because I haven't had any sun. I haven't done any self tanning at all, so I'm pretty pale. Anyway, I made a mistake and I have big regrets. I used a self tanner called Bali Body. I think it's called Bali Body that I had from last year. In fact, I think I had it from the year before, so I think it's 2 years old. I don't know if that matters, if those things expire, if they go bad or whatever. And I had a tanning mitt. For those of you that have ever self-tanned, you know that you can use a tanning mitt, or you should use a tanning mitt to spread the thing around. The tanning mitt looks absolutely disgusting, but it works. Anyway, I guess I had not realized how old those things actually were. Those items were, because the tanning mitt fell apart on me. The tanning stuff reacted poorly with me. In fact, you see that looks kind of green here? This little part right here? Well, I guess I had deodorant all the way out to there, and the tanning product and the deodorant did not want to be friends. So now I've got this green spot in my armpit. To make matters worse, I have applied the self tanner. It looks like absolute doo-doo. There's just no other way to describe it. It looked horrid, okay? Streaky. Now it's a non-streak formula, but it was streaky as all get out. It was an ultra dark formula. So and I haven't tanned in a long time, so the contrast between my skin and the product was very, very highly dramatic for me, and I was not spreading it around well. I think because the mitt is old, the mitt that you use to apply it is old, the mitt started to fall apart on me. Like, it literally started to disintegrate on me, and I was like, I'm in trouble here. I need help. But I continued. I was committed. I was going to see this thing through. The tanning product bunched up in different parts of my face, my body. I had a hard time reaching my back because, remember, I've got frozen shoulder, which I'm going to update you on, in one arm. So I have limited mobility in that one arm. And it was just an absolute hot mess. And to make matters worse, you already know, because Murphy's Law. I closed the bedroom door so that I could, in the bathroom, apply this. And at the worst moment, when all of the tanning product was misapplied all over my body, bunched up in different spots, I looked like I was diseased and had problems, my husband decides he wants to walk in. I was like, no, babe, don't come in this bathroom. And he gets upset because he's like, why? And he feels rejected. I'm like, you don't want to come in here right now. We got a problem on our hands. Well, what's going on? And I was so like distraught, I couldn't put my words together to describe what was happening with this tanning disaster. And all I could say was just don't come in. Don't come in here. What do you need? And he said something about wanting to put something in the closet, or I don't know. I didn't hear it because all I heard was him still wanting to come in. And I was like, you can't see me like this. So he went away with his tail between his legs. His feelings were hurt. And I'm standing there, an absolute disaster. I looked like I had rolled around in a mud trap. And I was like, I can't do this. You're supposed to wait at least an hour and then shower, or you could wait 4 to 8 hours for it to develop really a lot. And normally that's what I would have done in the past when I put self-tanner on. I wait the entire time that I can before showering. And sometimes I'll go on and sleep in the stuff and not feel bad about it. But there was no way I could make it, not even another 30 seconds with that, like, it was like rhinoceros armor. You ever seen a rhino or a hippo come out of the mud and they look like they've got patches all over them? Your girl here was looking like that. So I was like, that's it. I'm done, son. I had to jump in the shower and wash it all off. I've already showered. So that was my second shower in an hour. Washed it all off and like started crying in the shower like I have a problem. Like, I can't put on self-tanner anymore. I don't know if it's like the combination of COVID drama for the past few years, plus weight gain, because you know, you see yourself naked and trying to self-tan and you're having a disaster at both. It ain't a good look, my friends. So the combination of those two things was a hot mess. Knowing my husband was going to come in and see me was also like one of like the most vulnerable moments. He probably would not have cared, but I know that he probably would have laughed, or I assume he would have laughed, because I surely would have laughed if I had walked into the bathroom and seen him looking how I look. I would have been shocked and I would have laughed, because we laugh at each other. That's what we do, right? Like when you love people, you joke around with them. But it was like that moment where I was not going to be able to take the joke well. I was not going to be able to handle that joke well at all. So I am on my way to, I think it's called Palm Beach Tan. I've forgotten what it's called. I think it is called Palm Beach Tan. And I'm going to get hooked up. I had canceled my subscription to Palm Beach Tan like a couple of years ago because I was convinced that I was okay. Just look at my nails. They're just, I'm a hot mess today. That I was going to be able to do all of my self-tanning at home. And I did at the time, but I also didn't have frozen shoulder and this extra weight on me and all of like this self-consciousness about the whole thing. And I also had fresh tanning products to work with. So I'm gonna let the professionals do this. I'm gonna get in the booth and I'm gonna get myself sprayed down, and then we're gonna do a get ready together, my friends. Sound good? Sound good. Hang in there. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna look a little more bronze. It won't have developed when I come back on, but I'm gonna do, they call them bronzers that you can put inside the formula when you go into the self-tanning booth so that it gives you some immediate color. So I won't look quite as like, you know, Wonder Bread pale as I do right now. Hang in there. I'll be right back. Thanks for your
The booth is warm and ready. Come on in. Wave your hand in front of the green flashing sensor to begin your
Okay, so now I am remembering why I decided to do self-tanning at home exclusively and cancel my membership. And it's because the price was driving me crazy. Actually, that's not true. Wait a minute. Let me back it up. The tanning place was charging me, I think it was like $29.99 for a monthly fee, and it was an unlimited tan. Like you can tan as many times as you wanted in that month. But then I ended up joining a gym that also had tanning booths, and the price for the month was $29.99. So I'm like, well, I can just tan over here. I don't need this other tanning subscription. I can just go to the gym and tan there. So I did that for probably about a year, and then COVID, and I stopped going to the gym and all that. So, and I stopped tanning. So anyway, I just went back in. Hopefully I have a little bit more color. I look slightly more sun-kissed than when I started this video. But I was shocked to learn that their monthly subscription had jumped up. On the window, it said $15 a month. So I was like, oh, great. They've actually reduced their price and I can tan unlimited. I like, of course, the fanciest tan. I can't just do simple stuff. And folks, I'm talking about spray tanning. I don't lay down in the bed and get like the fake sun ray kind of a thing where you bake your skin. This is just an absolutely superficial, like, processing of the very, very top layer of your skin, or something like that. I don't really understand the science behind it. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But I thought that it was $15 a month based on the window, like a sticker that entices you to come in. And I thought, oh, perfect. I came at just the right time. I was really needing this. Well, when I got to the counter, no, it's $15 a month for one tan a month. Now for me, I could go every week or every other week. Usually 2 weeks out of the month is fine for me. I'm sorry, 2 spray tans. So twice every 4 weeks. If I have a lot going on socially, I might do like every week if I'm really concerned about keeping up like the color on the skin or whatever. But I definitely want to do more than once a month. And so I was like, well, what's the unlimited price? And she said, are y'all sitting down? She said $66 a month. And I was like, oh my God, when did When did monthly subscription tanning get so expensive? When? What happened? Now, mind you, I haven't done it in a couple of years, like I said, but gosh, have things changed that much? So anyway, on top of that, they did not have the kind that I wanted. You can get when you go to spray tan in a booth, you can get a light cartridge, a medium, or a dark, depending on how much color you want and how much you want your tan to develop. I usually go for medium or dark because I think I look kind of cute with the extra color on, just to be honest with you all. They only had light cartridges, and I was like, hold on a minute. I don't usually fuss with customer service because they're not typically the ones making the decisions and the policies. It's management. So I'm not that person that likes to fuss at the person behind the counter, because that's not fair to them. They're not the decision makers. But I just said, I have a note for management. If you're going to be charging $66 a month, you need to have the full set of cartridges on deck, right? Because that's the whole idea. You're getting $66 to have everything that they have available to them. And you're actually paying extra for these little bronzer things that you stick in the cartridge to give you some immediate color so that you don't have to wait for the tan to develop. It's complicated, but it's not. So anyway, after chatting with her, she waived one of the fees for me because they didn't have anything on deck except the light cartridges. So this is a light cartridge with 2 bronzing capsules in it, and it will develop over time. So it's better, I think, than the pale color that I stepped out of the car with. I mean, I walked in there, y'all, like ice. I mean, my skin was so blue, it was icy. So yeah, I'm happy now that I have some color on me. It doesn't smell the greatest as it develops, although that technology has come a long way. So you're not smelling quite as rancid as you did before. Like, you know, even 5 years ago, tanning solution smelled a lot worse as it developed than it does today. So I probably need to clear out all but my trusty tanning products that I use on my face, which are my tanning drops from Isle of Tanning Drops, something Isle drops that I love, and then my Saint-Tropez face bronzing mist. I think everything else is probably going to need to go in the garbage because I'm a little worried now that all of those products are old and will react funny. Have you had this happen? If you're a self-tanner, am I crazy to think that those products have gone bad over the past couple of years? Or is something just wrong with me? Have I changed and not the products? Has my skin changed? Have I forgotten how to apply them? Am I that much of a rookie that I messed things up so bad today? My goodness. But anyway, it's 1 o'clock and I think that I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video. So I'll post today's saga as part 1 and then actually do the get ready with me and the other things that I wanted to chat with you about as part 2. Thank you for hanging out with me during my self-tanning crisis. You all are the best. Hope you had a little chuckle along with me. Us pale chicks, we need a little sun. A little sun on this body, okay? And I know people feel all kinds of ways about that. Some people are anti self-tan. Oh, be beautiful as you are. Listen, to each their own. I am happy with my pale self, but I'm even happier with my sun-kissed caramel skin. And that's just how it is, you know? If you're opposed to that, I get it. But that's what I like, and that's what makes me feel comfortable and happy in my own skin. I shouldn't say that. Let me rephrase that. I feel most put together when I've got some kind of color on my skin and I'm not super duper uber pale. That's it. I think my hair looks better. I think my makeup looks better. I feel better. That's all I'm saying. That's what it is. It is what it is. So I will see you all in part 2. And just as a teaser, we're going to talk about, I had a friend of mine from high school pass away, which kind of hit me. It hit me a certain way, my friends, and I want to chat about that. And I also want to chat about the show Stranger Things. Are you a Stranger Things fan? I can't get over the show. It has hit me also, but in a different way. So I wanted to chat about those couple of things and maybe some more productivity notes and what I hope to be doing to get myself in a better place than I am in now with my physical self, which I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there, but it's slow coming. But it was slow to happen. So anyway, I'll chat more about that in part 2. See you soon. Take care.